All right, so check this out. In the next video, I work on a pool cue for my brother. So the Movo, Movo, yeah, Movo wireless receiver and transmitter I'm using has a selector that says stereo and mono, and the slide switch is opposite. So I record the video and my last video of putting the pool table together in mono. I had no idea because I didn't check it with headphones. So going forward, I'll know that the switch is backwards and everything will be in stereo. Hope you like the video anyway. All right, so I got a neat little project today. I'm going to use the Grizzly gunsmithing lathe to put a new ferrule and tip on this old pool cue. So I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to bring the diameter of this down to accept the ferrule that I'm going to put on it. I don't think it ever had one, and I'll have to face the end of this because it's a little bit round. It's not good. So it's kind of neat. I got a spider on the back of this lathe for gunsmithing to hold barrels and whatnot. So I'm just going to put it in there, put the spider on it, and protect this the best I can, and it should be a pretty neat project. Let's get started. All right, so this is really neat. In the beginning, you've seen me mount the pins on the back of this 4-jaw chuck. Each jaw works independent, so I can really fine tune, and I'm going to protect this wood. I'm just trying to get a little bit closer, show you the independent jaws. They still have cosmoline on them, so they're a little bit gritty. I think it'll be fine. I'm not going to have to work with tens of thousandths of an inch, but I want to get this as nice as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and finish putting that in, and I'll show you the back end of the spider. All right, let me catch up on what I've got here. Got it loosely mounted in the 4-jaw, and I'm on this gauge. And all I have to do is keep adjusting the jaws down until I take out the high spot. So as you can see, the gauge will spin to the right if I pull up on the stem. So when it spins to the right, clockwise, all the way as far as it'll go, I know I'm at the highest spot right there. So I just adjust this down, keep all the jaws working, and just keep them adjusted until I get as close as possible. All right, so I think I'm pretty pleased with that. I haven't done enough of these ferrules to know what would be a good run out for this pool cue, but I'm within 0.006 of an inch. So we're gonna roll with it. All right, the first part is to face the tip of the cue. It's not dead flat, and then we'll go from there. All right, the carbide cutter didn't do a terrible job. It's not really its forte. The rake angle's all wrong, but that's okay. It's dead flat now, and all I have to do is bring the barrel back to accept the ferrule. This is what we're putting on. This will all be turned and prettied up. As you can see, it's a screw-in tip, and the ID, of course, of the Q, the outside diameter, won't fit in the ID of the ferrule. So I gotta get some mics, try to get a little bit smart here and not screw this up. It's exactly 460 thou. I gotta turn it down to 323. So I have to remove 137 thousandths. So, piece of cake. But I just noticed my top slide's not set to 0 degrees. Let me fix that. And I'm confident now that I can push that on with a little bit of pressure. I'll use a tail start for that, but first let's get some epoxy. I'll clean all this up and then put the ferrule on. All right, so that was a neat little project. I'd never done that before. There is no discernible step down or crack. It is a dead flat joint. My hands were a little bit dirty. I did end up sanding slightly, or kind of coming into the old patina with a cutter, so I just kind of just rubbed it. If I'd have tried to put some kind of finish on it, it would have looked bad. So I think it turned out great. I'm probably going to rub this whole thing down with just a real light oil, just to kind of give it a clean, maybe like a mineral oil, or have a Danish oil that I may just put on and take back off, but I don't know. All right, so I just realized I didn't do any kind of outro on that video, so here I am, selfie mode. Thanks for watching, and I hope you like the project. Talk to y'all later.